going on, everybody? You are watching Vikings Now by Chat Sports. My name is Patrick Siepman, and coming up on today's show, we got a Vikings Combine interview tracker diving the 6 players that the Vikings have met with in Indianapolis so far. And then the second half of today's show, the Colts have granted Anthony Richardson to seek a trade this offseason, so we got to talk about his fit with the Minnesota Vikings and if it makes sense for the Vikings to call Indy. But before we dive into it, I need your guys' help. Our bosses challenge us here at Chat Sports to sell 10 of these t-shirts on today's show. Just 10 of them. So if you guys hit that link, chatsports.com/VikingsGreen, you guys can get the green look or the black look for $29.99. So if you guys could help us out, need to sell 10 of these, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Plus, I think these shirts are absolutely awesome. You guys can wear these any time of the year or on St. Patrick's Day. Very cool shirt to wear. As well. Just hit that link in the comment section and description of today's show, chatsports.com/VikingsGreen. All right, the first interview and the biggest interview the Vikings have had so far at the Combine is with a guy I absolutely love, the safety out of Oregon, Dylan Theamman. Now, on the tail half of today's show, I'm going to splice in a full Dylan Theamman interview from the Combine. It's about 10 minutes long. He's a very well-spoken guy, got some confidence, got some moxie about him. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that, just going to be on the tail half of today's show. But my thoughts on Theamman is I think he's an extremely versatile safety. And he was fantastic this past season at Oregon. PFF grade 89.9. That was 8th in the country. Really solid coverage grade as well. 90.5. That was 6th in the country. But as great as he was at Oregon, I think his tape is best at Purdue. He was playing a lot of single high safety at Purdue. He would be that, last line of defense for that defense, and he did a great job. He is fantastic in the run game, great in coverage, versatile, can play some slot corner if you need to, can hop down, play some linebacker. I love what he brings to the table. Now, in terms of where the Vikings are going to be able to draft Theamman, ideally you can land him at pick 49 in the second round. That's incredibly unlikely. And if you guys stay towards the end of today's show, check out his interview. He pretty much said that I'm going to run a 4.340. If he runs a 4.340, if the Vikings want any chance to land Theamman, it's going to have to be at pick number 18, not pick number 49. But I am comfortable taking him at pick number 18 if it's what the Vikings view is right. I think they should take either Theamman or Emmanuel McNeil-Warren at that selection, and I think he's just an absolute dog, man. So I would take him at pick 18. No question about it. But another safety, and actually fun fact here, Bud Clark meeting with the Vikings. I'm pretty sure he is the safety of TCU that had the pick 6 on J.J. McCarthy in his first ever college football playoff game, so I'm sure there'll be some fun smack talk there. But this guy, very versatile as well, ball hawk safety. Probably will find him early day 3 for the Minnesota Vikings, and the Vikings, a lot of these guys that they're targeting at the safety position in the secondary or a tight end. Like they also met with Tanner Kozoil, if I'm pronouncing that right, but 6'7", big body tight end. This is like a late day 3 guy for the Vikings, and they're probably going to end up cutting T.J. Hockenson, so it makes sense that their eyes are at the tight end position here in Indianapolis. Now, another guy I absolutely love from Kansas State, V.J. Payne, a safety. This guy's got a lot of juice, man, and he is a mixed bag, I will say, at the safety position because some really good positives. He was a 42-game starter, team captain. Absolutely love that. Love his size, 6'3", 210 pounds, kind of the archetype that Emmanuel McNeil-Warren is. So he's got good size and length. I think some scouts will be really enticed by this guy. See if they can develop him into something. But some negatives, average quickness, and the one thing I don't like, not tough against the run. Not willing to step up there, make a play in the run game. Also struggled against screens. If a screen's thrown to his side, you guys can see it on film, he will just kind of hesitate, not wanting to go blow it up, not wanting to be physical at that line of scrimmage. So mixed bag there, but for a day 3 guy, take a chance on VJ Payne. Would like that pickup for the Vikes. But Chris Johnson, another cornerback from San Diego State here that the Vikings met with in Indy. Again, these guys, very hit or miss. And a lot of these guys on day 3 are hit or miss, but he is very scheme versatile. He can play in a man scheme, obviously his own scheme. Doesn't really matter for him. He played all of it at San Diego State. Average recovery speed, definitely a negative on him. And he's 6 foot, 190 pounds, so not terrible size, but he does struggle against big body wide receivers. But he's got really clean technique. He's not going to be a guy that's going to be a combine warrior running that 4.340. He's just a solid football player. And I think those types of players where they don't have tremendous upside, but their floor is very high, I think Brian Flores likes those types, and I think you get the most out of them. But a guy that we've talked about actually a couple of times here on the channel, tight end Justin Joly. Now, when we were originally doing our scouting on Joly here on the channel, I said he just looks like a basketball player. Very good safety net underneath. You rarely see him running up the seams or these deep crossing routes on his film. It's either like running a 5-yard hitch or they're throwing a screen to him. So not really the best deep threat, but a very, very solid red zone threat. And 6'3", not the biggest guy, but he is 250 pounds, and he looks like he's played basketball in the past. I don't know if this is true, but when he's running those skinny posts, he'll literally just sit it down, post somebody up like he's playing basketball, and a sense of his huge catch radius, he'll be able to go up there and get the football. So watch out for Justin Joly, probably early day 3 as well. But you guys let me know, who's your dream draft target for the Minnesota Vikings? Mine's 2 guys, Dylan Theamman, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. Either of those guys, I would be absolutely thrilled with. So you guys let me know, who's your dream draft target for your Minnesota Vikings? All right, let's talk about Anthony Richardson here. Ari Miroff tweeting this out, saying the Colts have given QB Anthony Richardson permission to seek a trade, and he followed it up with this, the famous clip of Kevin O'Connell and Anthony Richardson chopping it up after the Sunday Night Football game in 2024, where KOC said, "This to Richardson, you're a bad dude, and you're going to play a long time in this league. I still believe in you." And then Cameron Wolfe followed that up, saying one team to keep an eye on, trading for Anthony Richardson, the Minnesota Vikings. There's mutual interest. Combine is ideal time for these combos to happen. Now, lots of thoughts on Richardson, but clearly this Vikings organization likes him. And clearly Kevin O'Connell likes him because KOC was trying to trade up for Richardson back a couple of years ago. Brett Coleman said this back in 2024. I don't think people realize how hard the Vikings tried to trade up for Anthony Richardson last year. Like, the haul that they put on the table was massive. They're going to give away the entire farm, all of it. They were going to give everything, but it takes two to tango. The trade partner thought they were going to be too good, and so they went elsewhere. Clearly the Vikings like Richardson. And if you are a Kevin O'Connell guy, like, let's just say you think Kevin O'Connell is a QB guru and he can fix just about any quarterback in the National Football League, you should be all in on the Vikings taking a flyer of their quarterback room being J.J. McCarthy and Anthony Richardson. Both guys, tremendous upside. I mean, J.J. McCarthy was second in the NFL in big-time throw percentage, just behind Matthew Stafford this past season. He showed a lot of flashes. Obviously, Anthony Richardson has shown a ton of flashes in his NFL career. So if you think KOC can sandpaper at least one of those two, and you think he's this QB guru and he can fix all, like, you should be all in on Anthony Richardson. Now, I say that, and also I'll say this. What's the downside of bringing him in? Is he going to be that much of a distraction? If he stinks, he stinks. All right, just put him on the bench. It's not like he would be this huge distraction to the rest of the team and the organization. I don't think there's a downside here. If he cost a 5th, 6th, 7th round pick, maybe not a 5th, but a 6th or a 7th, I'm doing that in a heartbeat. And let's just say the Vikings quarterback room is like Geno Smith, J.J. McCarthy, and Anthony Richardson next year. It'd be pretty fun. Maybe it won't be too good, but it would be definitely fun to watch and fun to talk about every single week. And plus, you're taking a chance on two guys with Richardson and McCarthy that they do have a lot of potential. Then you got your floor guy, Geno Smith. So it would make some sense on paper. But you guys decide for me. Would you trade for Anthony Richardson? Give me a T for trade. Give me a P for pass. Now we'll kick it to the Dylan Theamman interview right now at the Scouting Combine. We'll see you guys next time. Let's go Vikes.
Yeah, so what other new install we have for that week? I'm just reviewing with the guys on the defense. And then I have like a specific order. I watch my film. So like Mondays I'll do like early down, run game. Tuesdays, second 7+, quarterback cut up. Wednesdays like third down, red area. And then I'm watching full games after that. So just making sure I have a feel for every position. The Bills? Yeah, I had a formal with them the other day, and then I think I just bring that hard work and disciplined demeanor, consistent. I feel like I'm the same guy, day in, day out, just do what I need to do. Yeah. I did, yeah. I had that goal set for myself, and I kind of had that mindset like it was going to come true, but I mean, I still had to put my head down, get to work, and make sure it came in reality.
How did this past season help it become more reality? How do you feel like you're a better player, a better prospect today?
I feel like I got a lot more developed, worked on my weaknesses from Purdue and from that second season there. really focused on what I wasn't good at, and then was able to expand my game, play multiple coverages over there at Oregon, and that would prepare me for the next level.
What were those weaknesses that you wanted to work on?
One huge one was open field tackling. Coming from that second year at Purdue, wasn't the best that year, and then it was something I really worked on in the offseason, worked on with my coaches, doing extra drills there, and I feel like I really excelled at that now.
Do you read as a prospect scouting reports and draft analysis, or what do you listen to in order to know what aspects of your game you need to polish?
Really listen to the coaches and then other people overall. I know a lot of people watch the film, but really close with a lot of people in that Oregon staff. Coach Hamp was probably Coach Hamp and Coach Connor Boyd, closest guys I was to over there. And I mean, they watched all my film. They told me exactly what I needed to get better at. Like, didn't sugarcoat anything. Just told me straight up, and just took that to heart and tried to get better.
NFL defensive coordinators are demanding a lot from safeties. How comfortable are you playing as a sub linebacker in the box against the run?
I feel very comfortable. At Oregon, we had a few different formations. We had the normal two high, and then what we called like an umbrella shell, where I would be more of that like middle linebacker, middle adjuster, as we called it. So I feel comfortable playing in the box, and then I've had a ton of work rolling back to the post. So I feel very comfortable playing multiple spots. I have, yeah. Not yet. No. A little bit. I have some other connection with the Colts, so. Yes, I have. Yep. Yes. Went very well. Just had a great conversation with them. Very well. Not yet. No. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yep. It went really well. Yeah. Best intangible? I think just that hard work, discipline. Like discipline, showing up what I need to do every day. Like at Oregon, I had my specific set schedule. Every day I would wake up around 5, get there about 5:20, and then go through my routine and just do what I did every day. I think it comes from first seeing my parents, how they operate in their jobs, and then see my older brothers, what they had to do to work their way their spot onto Purdue, and I kind of took that mindset, that demeanor, and just rolled with it. Yeah.
Take me through your process. Take me through your process on why you ended up leaving Purdue at the time you did. I mean, freshman All-American, struggled second year, coach gets fired. Were you planning to enter the portal if things changed, or how did that process work?
Yeah, it was a hard process, very hard decision leaving Purdue with all the connections I had there. But I felt that second year I didn't perform as well as I needed to, both personally and then as a team. I felt we didn't perform, and then I felt like I wasn't being developed the way I needed to, the way I wanted to make it to that next level. So I ended up going to the portal, and I was looking for 3 things really in the portal. Was a great culture. Second was the defensive scheme that would kind of prepare you for the next level, playing multiple different coverages, different rotations. And then 3 was that competition side, both offense and defense. I felt Oregon really excelled at all 3 of those and had great coaches over there with Lanning, Tosh, and Hamp. So that was my decision. Developed a little bit over time. Like, they have so many different covers that we did there, so you're gonna be asked to do a little bit of everything, like covering the slot, roll down the box, roll back to the post, be like a hook defender. So being able to do all that, I feel it was very important. And I mean, I had a great time. I love rolling down the box.
Why come out this year and not go back?
Really, I talked to a lot of people. I got my grade back, and then talked to a few GMs around the league, and then talked with my coaches, my family. I was kind of leaning that way, and then with everything considered, I felt like it was a good decision to come out. I had 3 years starting experience, so I felt like I had another experience, and I was ready for the next level. Kind of second, first area there, yeah.
You mentioned your formal with Bill and letter to former defensive coordinator, former defensive back. What were those conversations
It was good. I mean, we were just talking through the film, talking through some of the coverages that we ran at Oregon, and then just diagnosing, seeing how I process things and what my eye progression and footwork and all that stuff. It would be awesome to play for a defense like that. I mean, takeaways and defense, I feel like can win you the game, wins championships, and I feel like that's a very important part of the game. I have, yes. It went very well, yeah.
How much did having those older brothers playing DB kind of push aside for you to take the next step?
Yeah, they helped me a lot. They've helped me with everything, whether just going to college, transferring, finding an agent. They've always been there, and I was there growing up, watching them going to the Purdue games. It was great to see them, and then I feel like that just really made me excel faster, just watching them, just being so much younger and seeing what they're doing. And I feel like it's really helped me get to this point. Not yet. I feel like you're not always asked to do the same thing every play. You can play so many different parts, like roll down in the box, get to the post, hook defender, curl flat, cover 4, like man in the slot. Like just playing all those pieces is so much fun, moving around the field. Yeah. I think it first starts with your mindset coming in. Like you got to come in, you got to sacrifice, do everything you can to get that guy down. And then it goes to aggressive angle, wrap, roll, and squeeze a lot of times. It depends, like you're coming front on, you're coming from the side, coming from behind. Different approaches there, but mainly starts with mindset, aggressive angle. I plan to do everything, yeah. I do have a target. My goal is to get to 4.3, so in that range. That's my goal. I was able to watch that a little bit. It was very special how they do it. They got the big nickel and Witherspoon kind of playing a little bit of slot and corner there, and then the safeties, how they rotate them. I have, yes. It went very well. Yeah, it was very good meeting.
After you had the breakout freshman season, I guess how humbling was the second season, and how did that change the player you are today or help you?
Yeah, it was extremely humbling. Coming off that freshman year, had goals set for that sophomore year, and then to not achieve them and not achieve what I wanted, it's just another form of adversity. Going 1-11. Looking back on it now, I'm glad I experienced that adversity. Like not everything's going to go right at the next level, and I think it made me a lot better player because of it.
And you know the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Not yet. No. Thank you.